Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This class is going to be short and sweet, and it's all about heart opening and back bends. We're going to get you to dancer pose in a short amount of time. We're going to start in a crocodile pose. So on your belly, stack your palms, let your legs extend long behind you. I like starting in child's pose or crocodile pose because you can really focus on the expansion of your lungs and your ribs as you breathe in. So as you breathe in, really focus on pushing your belly, your ribs into your mat. Then you want to feel the back of your ribs lift up, even the lower back rises a bit. And then as you exhale, you can kind of use the weight of your body and gravity to help you exhale. So you don't really have to push the breath out a lot. You just have to open your mouth, and the mat pushing into your ribs will help you exhale. Really putting effort into the inhale. And then the exhale happens a little more naturally. 2 more like that. We're going to take a stretch while we continue to set up our breath. Take your left arm out to the left with the palm down. Roll onto your left shoulder and step your right foot behind you. You can rest your head on the ground or use your right hand as a pillow. Start to seal your lips and breathe through your nose. Think 4 count inhale, 4 or even 5 count exhale. So even when we move with the pace of the breath, at least in my class, hopefully your breath is nice and slow, controlled. It's not like a 1 second inhale and a 1 second exhale where you have to move super quickly. Try to draw the breath out. And then roll back onto your belly and switch. Take your right arm out to the right, roll onto the right shoulder, maybe using your left hand as a pillow. And try to breathe into the top of your nose, the back of your nose, back of your throat. Breathing down the spine into the back of your lungs. And then let's roll back onto our bellies. Take your arms out in a cactus or goalpost shape. On your inhale, lift your chest, your arms, and your hands. Crawl your ribs a little further forward. Keep pressing down with the tops of your feet. Firm your glutes and push your pubic bone down. Cactus, bend your arms, draw your shoulder blades together. Take a breath in, reach your arms forward. As you exhale, make 2 fists, cactus, bend your arms, lift your legs up. See how high you can lift your thighs off the mat, but keeping the legs straight. So extending behind the knee, point your toes, 3. Again, pubic bone down, pull your sternum forward, 2. Keep your feet lifted, push your palms into the mat by your side, and lift your chest to cobra pose. Keep a generous bend in your elbows here, shine your heart forward. Keep the action through your glutes, your back muscles. Look down, draw your navel back and in. And then let's find a child's pose, knees wide, forehead down. If you prefer, the knees can be together. Just crawl the hands up to the right side. And crawl the hands up to the left side. Crawl your hands back to center. Inhale to tabletop. Bump your knees in under your hips. Keep your toes tucked. As you inhale and arch your back, let's try to hover the knees off the ground. It's kind of like a hovering cow pose. Keep your shoulders over your wrists. As you exhale, drop your knees and round your back, more like a regular cat pose, but the toes stay tucked. Again, inhale, drop your belly, heart forward, hover your knees. Exhale, knees down, round your spine, protract your shoulders. 3 more like that. Inhale, hovering cow. Exhale, knees down, cat. Last 2. Last one. Tuck, keeping the toes tucked, I suppose. Lift your hips up and back towards down dog. Bend and straighten one leg at a time. You likely need to lengthen out your down dog a bit from that tabletop position. And point your pointer fingers forward. Spread your fingers out and relax your neck. When you're ready, finding some stillness in your down dog, you might keep a bend in the knees. Focus more on straightening your spine than straightening your legs. Let's lift the heels, tippy toes, walk all the way up to the front of your mat. Step your feet really wide when you get there. Bend your knees at least a bit. You can grab the elbows or clasp your hands behind your head for a little extra release on your neck and your upper back. Tip your weight slightly forward. Keep that bend in your knees. As you breathe in, feel your chest pull a little forward. As you breathe out, more fold. Compressing the low belly. Release your arms, bend your knees a little more, and slow ragdoll all the way up to stand. When you get there, reach both arms up overhead. Bring your hands through heart center, interlace your hands, and push your palms down. Inhale, scoop your arms up. When we do this, we tend to arch the back. So think about firming your thighs, lifting your kneecaps. The pubic bone lifts and the ribs pull together. Try to soften the shoulders a bit down the spine while still pushing your palms up. So I guess not softening, the shoulder blades will naturally lift up when your arms are overhead. I just don't want your shoulders shrugging up into your ears. We're going to lean over to the right side. Nudge your hips a little to the left. Try to keep the engagement in your legs, your glutes, and your abdomen. Inhale back to center, and then take it over to the left. Inhale back to center, look up, see which thumb is on top, and then bind your hands with the opposite grip behind your back. Think knuckles to the floor, hips going forward. Lift your sternum, take a lion's breath here in, tongue out. Keep your bind as you stand up, bend your knees and fold. Bend your left knee and turn your chest to the right. Spread your collarbones apart, straightening the right leg. Come back through center switch, bend your right knee, turn your chest to the left, straightening your left leg. Come back to center, release your bind, inhale, lift halfway. Plant your hands, step back, right foot, then left foot. Shift forward 5 counts all the way to your belly. 4. Hug your elbows in 3. Try not to drop your head. 2. And 1. Untuck your toes, reach your arms back. You can go palms down or make a bind, switching which thumb is on top. Inhale, lift chest and legs. Again, see how straight you can make the legs. Work your knuckles or fingertips towards your heels. Pull your chin towards your throat, lengthen the back of your neck for 3. 2. 1. Hands under shoulders, roll up cobra. And then we'll take this back to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up behind you. Exhale, step your right foot forward towards your right thumb. Drop your left knee to the ground and reach both arms up. Back toes tucked or untucked, whatever feels better on your knee. Cactus, bend your arms. Switching which thumb is on top again, bind your hands behind your back. Think knuckles towards your left heel. Spread your collarbones, lift your chin. Stay heavy in your front heel for 3. 2. And 1. Frame your right foot, half splits pose. Feel free to grab your toes and pull them back. Try to wrap your outer left hip a little forwards. Avoid rounding your spine, better to keep a bend in the knee. Last 2. And 1. Rebend your right knee. Send your right leg back behind you to a 3-leg tabletop. Left knee remains on the ground. Bend your right knee, stamp your heel towards the sky. Cactus, bend your left arm and either stay there or reach your left hand back for your inner right foot. Hug your right knee in towards your midline, but kick your right foot a little bit outwards. Shift your right shoulder forward over your wrist, gaze forward for 3. 2. Release, left hand down, right toes to the ground so the right leg is straight. Send your left leg high behind you into three-leg downward dog. Step your left foot forward towards your left thumb. Drop your right knee, toes tucked or untucked, reach both arms up. Either way, I want you to think about a downward motion of the right shin bone. Cactus bend your arms, and then make a bind behind your back. Knuckles towards your right heel. Push your spine in behind your heart. Keep scooping your tailbone down and forward. Last two. And one, half splits pose. Think about leading with the space between your eyebrows. So you're not craning your neck, but you're not rounding your spine. The inner shoulders are pulling back away from the shoulders, or away from the ears, I suppose. Last two. Rebend your left knee. Send your left leg back behind you to a three-leg tabletop. Try to level your hips here, draw your waistline in, bend your left knee, cactus bend your right arm. Either stay there or reach back, right hand in your left foot. The thumb is down. Hug your left knee in towards your midline, but kick your left foot a little to the left. Think sternum forward, pelvis level. Draw your navel in, last two. And one, release. Right hand and left knee to the ground. Come up to stand on your knees, camel pose. Hands to low back, tailbone going down, sternum going up. So you don't want to take the hips back with you. The hips continue to push forward as you lean your torso back. Feel a lift of the sternum the entire time, a little scoop down of the tailbone. Shin bones are pushing down. If you're ready for it, you can reach back for your heels, but don't force it. 3, 2, and 1. Lift your torso, plant your hands on the mat, and round your back, counter pose cat. Tuck your toes and find downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, and exhale. Lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, step with your right foot, then your left foot to the front of your mat. Feet can be touching or hip distance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach up. Make 2 fists, cactus bend your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Imagine you're doing a lat pull down. Inhale, reach your arms up and pull your front ribs in. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Try to keep your hips over your feet. So a lot of times I see people's hips go back as they do this halfway lift. I want you to keep your weight shifting forward. Plant your hands, step back with your left foot, then your right foot to plank pose. Shift forward and drop your knees. Lower your chest and chin towards the ground. Slide yourself through to a cobra pose. Look back over your right shoulder and bend your left knee. Straighten your left leg, look back over your left shoulder and bend your right knee. Straighten your right leg, look back to center, tuck your toes and find downward facing dog. Your hips are high. Spin your heels out just a tad so the heels are hidden behind the ankles. Squeeze your quadriceps onto your thigh bones. Notice if you're dumping into your shoulders or your lower back. There should be a long line from your hip all the way to your hands instead of like a banana back or a curved spine. So try to pull the front ribs in, reaching, pushing sensation through your arms. Lift your heels, look forward, step with your left foot, then your right foot to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Again, shift hips forward, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach up. Make 2 fists, cactus bend your arms, squeeze like a lat pull down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, chest out. Step back or jump back. Shift forward, lower halfway or all the way chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Firm your thighs. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Drop down to your forearms here and find a dolphin pose. You'll likely want to drop down one forearm at a time. Make sure you walk the elbows in just a tad so the elbows are shoulder width, not wider. Palms are down, head is relaxed, looking back at your feet. Push the floor away. If you have space, you can tiptoe your feet a little further forward. Again, pull the ribs in, tone your belly. 3, 2. Maybe both elbows at the same time. Push into your hands, lift your forearms, step your right foot outside your right hand, and drop your back knee. Turn your right toes out, find crooked monkey pose, right hand to the right thigh. Sink your hips towards the front of your mat. If you'd like, your right hand can reach back for your left foot. I like the thumb up grip, grabbing the pinky toe edge of the foot, but up to you. You can pull your heel in for more of a quad stretch or kick back for more of a chest opener. 3, 2, and 1. Release that grip, wiggle your right foot in and find pyramid pose. Shorten your stance and spin your left toes out. Plug your right hip back and nudge it to the left. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Pull your sternum forward, and if you have space, you can walk the hands a little forward on the mat or on blocks. Last 2. And 1. Bump your hands forward, find a Shiva squat. Tap your left knee right behind your right calf. Now from here, I want you to squeeze your left heel to your butt and bring your hands to your heart, so you're balancing on your right leg. Keep squeezing your left heel to your butt as you come all the way up to stand. Reach both arms up overhead. You're going to take your left hand and reach back for your left foot. I like to grab the inside of the foot with the thumb up. If you can only grab the outside, that's totally fine. Start by pushing your hips forward so you're not sticking your butt out behind you. Squeeze your inner thighs and your knees together. Notice that the hips are now square towards the front of your space. You want to keep that as you start to kick back into your left hand, hinge forward. The right arm can reach, but you want to plug the upper arm bone back. Keep rolling your outer left hip down to keep your pelvis square to the front. I like to bend the standing knee just a tad. Notice if you start to open up to the left and try to adjust. 3, 2, 1. You'll dive your hands slow controlled to the mat, finding standing splits pose. Think forehead towards your right shin. Kick your left leg up as high as you can. Squeeze your low belly. Step your left foot behind your right foot, crisscrossing your ankles, and then crawl your hands over to the right side. You're going to walk your hands all the way around to the left. Lift your heels, pivot on the balls of your feet. So you're now facing the back of your mat, standing at what was the front of your mat. Padangusthasana, grab your big toes with your peace sign fingers. Use the thumbs to cap the big toe. Again, try to shift your hips over your heels instead of back. So it's helpful if you have a mirror, but otherwise you just want to feel like the weight tipping forward. Inhale, chest out. Exhale, fold. Press down with the balls of your feet, almost like you're rolling some weight to the big toe mound. Slide the shoulder blades away from the ears. The legs do not have to be straight, but the legs do have to be active for 3, 2, and 1. Halfway lift. And release your hands. Crawl yourself all the way forward into a plank. Nice and slow, lower all the way down to your belly. You're going to bend your knees, reach back and grab your feet. If that's not accessible, bind your hands behind your back. Again, press your pubic bone and your hip points down. So what I don't want to see is your butt lifting up here. You want to push down, a little squeeze of your glutes. It's going to help you stretch your hip flexors. When you're ready, begin to kick back, Dhanurasana, bow pose. Imagine squeezing a balloon between your knees. Imagine your hands lifting your feet higher. Gaze forward for 3. Feet can point or flex, but they're active. Inner thigh squeeze, 2. And 1. Release. Plant your hands into your shoulders. Roll yourself up to cobra. And then back to downward facing dog. You're facing the back of your mat. One forearm at a time or both. Drop down to a dolphin pose. Head heavy. You might wiggle the elbows in just a tad. Push down with your forearms, lift up through your shoulders, potentially walking your feet a little bit closer. Feel free to keep a bend in your knees, just like down dog. Last 3, 2. Maybe both arms at the same time. Lift your elbows. Step your left foot outside your left hand and drop your right knee. Turn your left toes out for crooked monkey pose. Left hand to the left thigh. If you want more, you can reach back for your right foot. Again, you can go thumb up or thumb down grip. You can pull in or kick back. So lots of different little tweaks you can make to make this practice your own, depending on what you need today. Release your foot if you have it. Wiggle your left foot in and find a pyramid pose. Shortening your stance, spin your right toes out. Folding over your left leg. Try to wrap your right hip a little forward, plug your left hip back. If you need a bend in your left knee or blocks, those can be helpful. Try to lengthen out through the sides of your body, pull your sternum a little bit forward. We're going to shift forward into a Shiva squat. Tap your right knee to your left calf, hug your right heel up to your butt. From here, you're going to balance on your left leg, draw your hands to your heart center. Keep squeezing right heel to butt as you come up to stand, reach your arms overhead. Squeeze your right hamstring, your right hand will reach back. In or outside grip, whatever you did on the other side. Start by squeezing inner thighs and knees together. Maybe a micro bend in your standing knee, but you're pushing your hip points forward. Then begin to kick back into your right hand as you hinge forward. Keep rolling your outer right hip down and plugging your left shoulder back. If you start to open your hips to the right, you have to adjust a little bit. Think less about the aesthetics of the pose and more about the alignment. Last two. And then nice and slow, dive your hands to the ground, standing splits. You should feel this on your left hamstring. Kick your right leg up as high as you can. Step your right foot behind your left foot and then crawl your hands over to the left side. Maybe a little bend in that left knee or some blocks under the hands. You're going to walk your hands all the way around to the right. Pivot on the balls of your feet once again. So you're now facing the front of your mat. Padahastasana. Slide your hands underneath your feet with the palms facing up. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold. Again, tipping the weight slightly forward so the hips are over the heels instead of behind you. A good way that you could also measure this is doing a forward fold up against the wall with your butt up against the wall. You'll notice most of us, our hips are slightly behind our heels, which is fine. It's just something to be aware of. You actually do want to tip your weight a little bit more forward for 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Walk yourself all the way out to a plank pose. Again, look forward, slow, lower all the way to your belly. We're going to do one more round of Dhanurasana bow pose. Bend your knees, reach back and grab your feet. Again, squeeze that balloon or block between your knees, imaginary or a real one. You can kick back. Think about the hands pulling the feet higher. You can rock a little forwards and backwards if that feels okay. Try not to let the knees splay outwards for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Hands under shoulders. Roll up cobra pose, and let's find a child's pose. You can go knees together on this one, might feel nice. Forehead down or arms by your side. If you'd rather take more traditional balasana, child's pose, the knees can go wide. Plant your hands, lift yourself up. You'll swing your legs through, and we'll lie down onto our back. We'll take 2 more back bends here. It could be a bridge and an upward bow, or you can do 2 of the same. Plant your feet flat, arms by your side. Your toes point forward, your feet are hips distance. If you have a block, you can put that between your knees to help. Slight scoop of your tailbone as you lift your hips up. You might wiggle your shoulder blades closer together and bind your hands. Push your knees forward and your chest back. Engage your glutes like 50 or 60%, but really push through the legs. Feel strong. Almost like your feet are trying to drag your mat forwards for 3. Back of the skull, press down, 2. 1, release bind, lower hips, take a breath. Bridge your upward bow, hands beside your head, thumbs in for upward bow. You still want to feel a spread of your shoulder blades here. That goes for all of our back bends. It's going to make more space for your neck. It's going to feel a lot better. I know it feels counterintuitive, but try to spread your shoulder blades out here. Then lift your hips, push into your hands. You'll notice that when you drop your head back, there's a lot less tension or pinching sensation in the cervical spine and the neck. Stay strong in your feet. Try not to let the toes turn out. Squeeze that imaginary block between your knees for 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin. Slowly lower yourself down, 1 vertebrae at a time, and hug your knees into your chest. Pull down on your shins and rock side to side. Grab the backs of your legs. Rock up to a Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Extend your legs in front of you. You can wiggle your sitting bones back. Flex your feet and reach your arms. Lengthen through your waist, and then fold over your legs. Just like down dog, focus more on straightening your spine than straightening your legs. A little bend in the knees can be immensely helpful here. Pull your sternum forward and your shoulders back. Get more length through the lumbar spine, and then maybe over time you start to fold without rounding. Press the balls of your feet forward and pull the outer blades back for 3, 2, and 1. Lift your chest. Lie all the way down onto your back. Take your legs up, shoulder stand or waterfall pose. Hands can support the low back, or a block can support the low back. In shoulder stand, you actually want the feet over the hips, over the elbows, instead of the feet back over the face. Squeeze your glutes and your legs, tone your belly. If you're in shoulder stand, take your legs overhead for plow. Press down with the back of your skull to feel less pressure in your neck. You can keep the hands at the low back. You can bind or grab the outer edges of the mat. Option to bend the knees for Karnapidasana, ear pressure pose. Nice and slow, roll yourself out. Matsyasana fish, prop up on your forearms. Same idea, spread the shoulder blades out first, almost like you're rolling the shoulder heads forward. Then puff up your chest and drop your head back. It'll feel so much better in your neck. Legs active, lines breath in. Slowly lower yourself down. We'll hug the knees into the chest. You'll keep your right leg in, extend your left leg long out in front of you. Guide your right knee across your body for a spinal twist. If there's a different twist you prefer, or just a different variation, you're more than welcome to take that. Try to wiggle your left shoulder to the left and then look off to the right. We'll bring this back to center, hug both knees in, reset. Keep your left leg in, extend your right leg long. Guide your left knee over to the right. Left arm stretching out to the left. You might wiggle the right shoulder a little to the right. Breathe into your low back. Bring yourself back to center, hug both knees in. If there's any final pose, stretch, or shape you'd like to finish up your practice, feel free to head there now. When you're ready, extend your feet towards the front corners of your mat. Wiggle your shoulder blades so they're flat underneath you. You can even scoot the tailbone a little forward. Let the arms sprawl off your mat, soft palms, heavy limbs. And then kind of wiggle your skull back a little bit. So you're not tucking your chin, but the back of the neck is long. So your chin isn't poking up towards the ceiling. Feel free to place something over your eyes. Adjust your body or your clothing in any other way that you need to feel more comfort in your space. We'll take one more breath together in. Exhale, sigh, let go of your breath control. Shavasana. Start to bring your awareness back, fingers, toes. Notice your energy. Feel a little bit more refreshed, revitalized. Those back bends and heart openers tend to do that, give you a little bit of a boost for your day. You feel ready, stretch your arms up overhead. Find some more length and space. Hug your knees in, roll to your right or left side. Take your time coming up to a seat, there's no rush. Feel like you could sit up a little bit taller, maybe than when you started, or an hour ago. Draw your hands to your heart. Press your thumb knuckles into your sternum. Observe, feel your heartbeat. And just kind of feel that revitalized energy coursing through you. This was not given to you. This was cultivated, created by you, by your presence, your awareness, your discipline, your practice. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Namaste. Thank you for choosing to practice with me. I hope you enjoyed this one and you feel amazing. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I do read and respond to everything. If you'd like to see something specific on my channel, please let me know as well in the comments. If you'd like to donate to support my channel, all of that information is below as well, along with things like retreats and how to work with me, private lessons, those sorts of things. If you're ever in the Phoenix or Scottsdale area, I would love to hear from you so you can come take a class in person. You can follow me on Instagram at Emma Pigeon Yoga. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, like this video if you liked it, and I'll see you back next week.